and you a fool's gold. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Welcome to what is probably the most requested video I seem to get right now. And we are finally in a 2018 Mustang GT. So first things first, thank you to Joe. He's beginning to be a real good buddy of mine now. He if you guys don't remember him, I reviewed his white Scat Pack Challenger, close to a year ago now. So since then he's upgraded to this, so obviously he's making better life decisions now, and he's back in a Mustang, which is where he started originally, so he came home. So what he bought is really cool, so I like it because it's going to be a good review because it's very comparable to mine. So if you guys are new to my channel, I have a 2016 Mustang GT, and it's bone stock and base. So to my knowledge, this one is as well, except for it has the upgraded head unit in it. Past that, everything's the same. It is not the performance package, it's not the performance pack 2, and it is not a premium car. So everything's going to be very, very close to my car, which should make for a cool review. So really the big question is going to be today is it worth it? You know, I mean, is it, you know, not necessarily is the 2018 Mustang GT worth it, because yes it is, but is it worth it for someone like, say, me with an older S550? Is it worth the upgrade? Is it that much better? So I don't know yet. We're gonna find out. So I've only been in it for about 10 minutes now. So let's dive into it. We'll start with the outside. Visually, it's not a whole lot different than my car. You've got a little bit of a tweaked front nose, which seems to be very polarizing, but then again, when the S550 first came out, it was polarizing to begin with. But you know, the front end, I will admit, when this car first came out, that was an incorrect use of a blinker. When this car first came out, I didn't like it. It was not my cup of tea. I looked at it and went, man, I just don't really like what they did with it. You know, I mean, the car looks sad. The car just looks like it's pouting. The whole face is just, so that's kind of what I always thought. I never really thought it looked quite as good as the older S550. I thought the problem I had with it is I love the way the S550 looks, especially the 15 to 17 generation. And when they came out with this refreshed face, I was really disappointed because of why they refreshed it. You know, the S550 was a relatively new design, and I understand that you have to do a refresh, especially with the Mustangs. It's kind of what they do now, you know, do a refresh every couple years. So that was the disappointing part for me, was that I really feel like they changed the front and rear end of it because they had to, you know, just because timing was right. It's like, oh hey, we need, you know, it's a new car, new generation, we have to change the face a little bit. And so the motivation to me is questionable. However, now that I see it in person, it actually does look pretty sharp. I'm not a huge fan of the hood and the way the hood drops down with the hood and where the hood scoops are now. But the front bumper itself, I actually have kind of grown to like a little bit, especially the headlights. Again, wasn't sure about them at first, but now that I've started to see them in person, the front end's really grown on me. And the back is actually where I think Ford did no wrong with that one. I think the back, they look a lot better. I love the way they angle the taillights in a little bit more. I love the rear diffuser that comes stock on it now. No more of the, you know, one-piece bumper on a base car that you get. You actually get a much better looking rear end. Love the quad exhaust on the GT. Quad exhausts are the way of the future, and I think it looks really good. So, and then just this lightning color. The color on this car is just perfect. This is a performance pack. He put the performance pack wheels on there, but man, just the black and blue contrast on this car is just, woof. Joe, nice job. I did my best to show you guys what color this thing is. Only problem is Houston hates us right now, and decided to turn everybody's car yellow. So there's pollen everywhere, so no car gets to be clean for more than 3 hours before it starts to turn yellow. So, but let's test out really the only important thing. It pulls good. pulls real good. So I mean, the biggest change in this car obviously is the power. You know, it's been given a good, healthy amount of power. 460 horsepower is what you get with this car now, and that is, we're gonna go with sufficient, because that is move pretty good. Let's see if we can do another second gear pull in it. So get the windows. I don't know if you guys can hear that stock exhaust thing. He's about to put a Corsa on it, but for now, man, with that new intake manifold you get on this thing, it really, really wakes up at the top. You know, not that you had any problem waking up at the top end before, but it's even better now. And he's put some SVE lowering springs on this. So let's put her in a little 90-degree corner. Oh yeah. Oh, I love Mustangs. It's what makes cars fun. Dang that, it does sound good too. He's about to put a Corsa exhaust on it, so it's about to sound really good. But man, for now, doesn't sound bad for stock. We'll do a good first gear in it. See how first gear feels. So ready? 3, 2, 1. Wheel spinning. That gets the good car stamp of approval right there. There's just nothing that, you can't frown driving this car. Any Mustang, you can't frown driving it. They just invoke smiles. Downshifts are good. I don't know what's different. I know that the transmission's tweaked a little bit, but man, it shifts a lot better than mine too. It's just, and obviously, part of it's probably because this car's got 1,200 miles on it. Mine's got 40,000 miles, but it just feels crisp. You know, obviously mine's got a lot of wear on it versus this one that's, you know, virtually brand new still. But everything just feels a lot more crisp and precise than my car. It's like they took everything and every complaint that any S550 owner had and actually listened. Inside wise, interior wise, it's, you know, there's things that are different and things that are the same, but I think the things that they changed are really good things. I mean, the steering wheel, which has a much nicer leather wrap on it than the previous car did. And I'm talking stock, I'm talking base for base car. I'm not talking base for premium car. So I'm very much comparing this car, which is a base car, to my car, which is as well. He has a 301A package on this, so he does get the upgraded head unit, which is nice. Something I wish I would have gotten a premium car for when I bought mine, to have that, because it is a lot nicer to have it. And with that, you do get a couple other things. So now you get all the nice toggle switches down low, which look cool. And just little things are different here and there. Like it's talking, especially from the last car, the volume knob and the, you know, screen controls here, those are flipped. There's just little things that are just a little bit different, not a whole lot different. I love the color seats. I love that he went with like a tannish white cream looking seat. And it's actually got the Mustang embroidered in the seat, which with stripes in it, so that's cool. And it's not a whole lot different in here. It definitely doesn't feel any different. I don't feel like I'm driving a totally different car. Now, maybe if I was driving the premium car with the big crazy gauges, it might have a little bit more of a, you know, up-class feel to it. But I mean, where it sits right now, I feel like I'm driving essentially my car. Especially now that he's lowered it a little bit, it really does feel exactly like my car. So the day-to-day normalness of it feels just like a normal S550. It's really when you get on it that you can kind of tell that, hey, you know, they paid a little more attention up front and they gave it a little bump in power. So, and it is noticeable, because I mean, my car is virtually stock with an exhaust on it, and this car is the same, you know, without an exhaust. And you can definitely tell over 5,000 RPMs. Now, granted, these Coyotes are happier over 5,000 RPMs anyway. That's where they live. But you can definitely tell that this car is even happier than mine over 5,000 RPMs. So, feels good, man. Dang it, there's just something about a Mustang. Something about a frickin' Mustang, dude. There is just something about a Mustang that I cannot describe to you with words. You have to just go drive one. It's fun. It's just a good push, man. Just throws you in the back of your seat and you have to smile. You can't frown driving a Mustang. It's like a jet ski. You can't frown riding a jet ski, and you can't frown driving a Mustang. It's just better, people. Has a little bit of room. 3, 2, 1. never stops pulling. There's so many RPMs you have to choose from that it literally just pulls and pulls. You're like, okay, when do I shift now? You don't, and then never falls off. It just continues to get faster and faster. You know, it's weird. It feels like a naturally aspirated turbo, which isn't a real thing, but it has that same feel, you know? I mean, it pulls and pulls and pulls, and literally the higher the RPMs you go, it pulls harder and harder and harder. And feels good. I like it. I don't know. We'll get into the comparison. We'll get into the rest later. I'm not sure if I would trade my car for it, but oh yeah, Grandpa, with your bifocals and your Prius. You like this, don't you? I can get you one. Find you a good deal. Get a good little run up. Here we go. Last one. All the way. It's so much fun. I love it. Son of a gun, this car moves. Woo. All right, fun over. Let's talk numbers here. Come on, let me go. Okay. Brass tacks here. There's no bones about it. This car is fun. And it's definitely more fun than my car. Obviously, you know, with modifications, things can change, but stock for stock, it is a lot more fun than my car. Obviously, you know, you can sit there and go, well, duh, Dane, it's got more power. Well, duh, Dane, it's got more power. And you really feel it, and it really is a lot better. Quality-wise on the inside, kind of the same story. It's not that much better, but on the parts that matter, it is better. So, I mean, like I said, the things you touch, the steering wheel does feel a lot better than my car, and the rest of it, honestly, feels a little bit the same. So, I don't know. I wouldn't make a decision based on the interior, because the interiors are very close that I wouldn't even, you know, want to give an opinion that says that obviously this car's better because it's newer and it's a little bit nicer, but you know, grand scheme, I think they're very the same to where I would make my decision based off that. Exterior, dude, take your freaking pick. If you like the way the new car looks more, then it's worth it. If you don't like the way the new car looks more, then it's not worth it. So, me personally, based off looks, I would probably stick with mine still. I really like the way this looks. I'm not disliking this car. I just like mine more. And there might be a little sentimental value attached to it, but I like the 15 Mustangs more. That was the car that I was just dying to own, watching, you know, with all the mules being tested, all the spy shots. That was the car, and all the renderings. That was the car that I wanted. And like I said, so not saying that this car isn't nice, because it is very pretty. I just prefer the other car. So that's my opinion. Really up to you whether you guys like it more or not. So whole package though. Dane LeBlanc, would you get rid of your 2016 Mustang GT for a 2018 Mustang GT? Well, YouTube, no, I wouldn't. If you were just looking to get into a Mustang GT and you were going to look at buying an 18, then absolutely go get a new one, because it's, you know, it's awesome. But for someone like me, who's got, you know, and a lot of other people who have, you know, a 2015, 16, 17 Mustang, who are even remotely interested in getting a new one, my personal advice is no. It's like, is the car better? Absolutely. Is it better enough to where it would warrant and actually justify me getting rid of my car for a car like this? And to me, that answer is no. Like I said, it's different, but it's just not that different to, you know, upgrade a price tag. Like I said, if you're just looking to get a Mustang, then absolutely, then it's great. But I just don't feel like it's that far off from what I own now to really make me want to get one. I enjoy it and I love it. And a Bullet Mustang, the new 2019 Bullet, that one I can make an argument for. I really like the Bullet Mustang. But you know, if we're going to compare my car to this car, which you know, virtually on paper are the same, you know, as far as options go, I wouldn't necessarily make a move out of my car. And you know, like I said, I just want to reiterate this one more time. It's not because I don't like this car. It's just not different enough to justify me making a change, or you know, anybody making a change. Regarding, I guess I'm just talking about me. But it's fun. It's fun. I'll give it that. And he's about to put some Corsa Extremes on it, so then it's probably about to get really fun and really loud because Corsas aren't quiet. Anyways, guys, so let's wrap this sucker up. So, like I said, final opinion: is it worth going from a 16 GT to an 18 GT? Again, in my opinion, no. But at the end of the day, remember, it's the internet, y'all. My opinion doesn't really mean crap. So, in other news, y'all follow Mob Auto Boutique on Instagram, okay? I want him to wrap my car. And he's wrapping Riley's car right now, and he's super cool, and he has a super cool shop. And he's got a beard, and he smiles a lot. So y'all go follow him on Instagram. I'll put his Instagram, Mob Auto Boutique. I'll also put Joe's Instagram on, though. He needs to change it because his Instagram's still 6'4" for his Challenger, but now it's 5'0" for the Mustang. So I guess the rhyme still kind of works. But anyways, I love you guys. That's enough of me. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Yeah, subscribe. I never tell you guys to do that because most of y'all are subscribed anyway. But love you. Bye. See you later, dude.